The following video is rated PG for puzzling gameplay. Viewer discretion is advised.
It is time for the group of Tilt to resume once again as our 10 seed looks to rebound from a tough loss last week against another mysterious newcomer to the scene. It is our 10 seed GallopingConch and our 18 seed Tolker. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the League of Puzzle Speedrunners Tetris Attack Speedrun Tournament 2022. I am your head tournament organizer, Cards of the Heart, and for this one, I'm going to throw it over to the people that will be calling this match now, so I can focus on running this broadcast from behind the scenes. So BB Forky and Six, take it away.
Yo, how's it going, everyone? This is Forky. I'm very excited for this matchup. Shoutouts to Conch's webcam, by the way. Some of his friends waving in the back there. It looks like it's going to be a good time over there. Six, are you excited for this matchup upcoming here?
We get to see the last person who has not yet stepped into the ring. We've got a whole puzzle audience. We have all of the things required for a hell of a match.
Tolker, our last debut for this tournament and first tournament they are participating in, so it should be a good one. But before we get more into the action here, let us show you a video by our own Cards of the Heart to explain you a little bit of how this game works.
Tetris Attack is a match 3 puzzle game released for the Super Nintendo in August 1996 for North America and November 1996 for Europe. It was also broadcast on the Japanese Teleview service from November 1996 until the service was discontinued in June 2000. As a match 3 puzzle game, if you match at least 3 of the same panel either horizontally or vertically, the panels will disappear. To win, however, you'll need to do more than simply match 3 at a time. You need to make combos and chains to not only prevent your gradually rising stack from reaching the top of your playfield for a time, but also send garbage to your opponent to make their stack reach the top of their playfield. You make combos by matching more than 3 panels in a row at the same time. They don't keep your stack from rising for very long, but they do send small garbage blocks to your opponent that can quickly add up if stacked correctly. You make chains by linking sets of 3 or more matches together. Make a set of panels disappear and then have the panels directly above them fall into another match. Not only does this keep your stack from rising for a longer period of time, but it will also make thicker garbage blocks that will be more effective at actually filling out your opponent's stack to the top. If your stack reaches the top of your playfield and the game tries to break the stack through the top, you lose, so you want to avoid this at all costs and force it on your opponent as much as possible. To beat these computer opponents, you'll have to either make sure that they run out of time while their stack is completely topped off, send so much garbage to your opponent so that they can no longer make a move, or send garbage to your opponent in such a way so that they think they can no longer make a move. That said, due to the way this game handles combo garbage as well as the overall speed of these opponents, you will almost exclusively see our players make them run out of time through timely garbage attacks. Easy mode has 10 stages, normal mode has 11 stages, and hard and V-hard, as we call it, have 12. In this tournament, players will be racing through those stages to get to the end as fast as they can. The first player to defeat the final opponent wins the race. The first player to win a predetermined number of races wins the match. Best of luck to all of our players.
All right, we are in week 2 of our pool stage right now on Sunday. Only a couple more matches till we get to see basically how all these pools are shaping up heading into our last 3 weeks. But for this tournament, all of our matches will be in the 1-player versus mode. And we just mentioned we have 4 pools that are separated. All these pools will be best of 5 matches. So first player to win 3 races will end up taking the entire match. You will see all 4 difficulties on display for the pool stage. And at the start of each match, both the players will agree on whichever game level they want to play. After the first match has been concluded, the loser of that match gets to pick the next difficulty, as long as it has not been replayed, and so on and so forth. If it does happen to go to Game 5, the loser of that very last match will get to choose from the 4 difficulties again, since the other 4 have already been played. So a lot of little mind games can happen there, depending on player preferences and whatsoever. You're going to be playing everyone in your pool once per week, and we might have some pre-recorded ones. This one will be live, so I'm very excited to see that. And at the end of all these pools, the top 2 players will advance to the final bracket. With 4 pools in total, that will be a top 8 that we will get to see, with the other players opting into maybe redemption bracket action later. And alongside our tournament format, we have introduced a prize pool. We saw that at the end of our last tournament in 2021 as well. Crowdfunded prize pool, we're looking to hit $500. You guys can contribute with that with either donations, Twitch bits, Twitch subscriptions, a whole bunch of other things. If that happens, you can see a little ticker that will pop up on the screen. First place gets a whopping 40%, and you can see all the rest of the percentages there. Redemption bracket winner also getting a little chunk, and a random player in our entrant list will also get 2% off raffled there. So, you know, everyone having fun in this tournament and getting paid out a little bit too. You love to see that. A lot of hard work, if people do want to put it in, get a little bit of a reward. So you can check out the URL at the bottom. You can type in !pool to get that link up in the chat. But with that, all that out of the way, let's take a look at this pool right now. The Pool of Tilt, as we dubbed it, that is why it's a little bit slanted on this screen. We have Ty and Tayman, who ended up getting those wins in week 1, and we're going to be seeing some more action here too. As we mentioned, Tolker, the very last entrant to play a match during this tournament, going up against Conch, looking to avenge that loss from last weekend. I mean, 6, we've seen Conch play a whole lot here, so we probably know what to expect a little bit from him. Tolker, we don't know too much for. I mean, what can you tell us about both of these players?
Tolker, has he appeared in recent races, or I think he's been more of a solo grind player, so the information that I will get is mostly going to start from this match. What I have heard a lot is the words of the conch, which has mostly been salty words recently, because basically all of his attempts are the miracle PB run, which I don't know how he's able to do that so often, but it does at levels that would drive me totally insane. But that does mean dedication to grinding out the speed runs and finding the perfect attacks on AI opponents. And from what I've seen in the match that he played before, when he was on point and getting those attacks and getting quick kills, everything was going smoothly, but also because of that PB grind mindset and not really being used to the race, no reset situations, in the higher difficulties, he had trouble finishing off opponents when the initial attack was short, having to send extra lines after that. So hopefully he's patched that up a little bit and is ready to come against this new puzzle player.
Yeah, Conch, only the second tournament for him as well. And it's just so interesting to note that we had 10 players who got sub 8 V hard times in qualifying. Conch happened to be one of those, and unfortunately gets that 10th seed. So everyone bringing their A game. I'll also like to mention, even with how good Conch is, he's still looking for his first tournament victory too, because he ran into some unfortunate groups in the past in matchups. So both these players looking for their first tournament victory in the LPS seasons, and I'm just going to be looking forward to seeing Conch see all his practice pay off here, maybe take the W, because, I mean, based on these times, he is, I would say, pretty heavy favorite in this matchup. But we don't know much about Tolker, and that's the great thing about seeing a debut, is we get to learn and experience alongside you guys in chat how good these players are. And I'm expecting some good things from Tolker, because, I mean, those are pretty hard times to still get there.
I always would want to see a good competitive match, no matter who it's against, new or old, high seed versus low seed, anyone versus anyone. Let's go.
For sure, and we'll be getting into that action very shortly here. We have number 10, GallopingConch, number 18, Tolker, coming at you right now. All right, Conch on your left side, Tolker on your right. It looks like both these players agreed to normal. I actually don't have the race chat open up. Maybe I should do that.
Conch has a grudge against normal, so either it's like to get it out of the way or maybe to prove something.
Yeah, if you guys were watching live with us last game, actually, they started on normal there too, and Conch definitely had a remark in chat about that, so maybe not the biggest fan, but who knows? I think he'll soak it up. He's had enough practice on it this time. Maybe could be an advantage for Tolker here too. All it takes is one good start here at the beginning and some momentum to end up taking this match. Both the racers are ready to up. In the race channel, we will be seeing this action very shortly. And as I'm saying it, they're off. We are very synced right now, too. Let's get into it.
Both players finding a combo into a chain, into more chains. Tolker cutting it off at the ×4. Conch cutting it off at the ×5 with extra combos, and that should be just the attack that he wants.
Yeah, perfect start there from Conch. He had plenty of combos at the top, too, if Lakitu was going to downstack there. But Tolker not going to follow up too far behind there. Just did not get that initial chain off, but good enough awareness to send an appropriate amount right afterward.
Conch taking a while to pre-set up that chain. That is absolutely fine and valid. Ends up getting as many combos as he needs.
Oh, that's
also
beautiful.
Looks like a very solid attack. Bumpy is going to have a convenient clear on the hearts.
That was super unfortunate. I think he sent 3-6 combos in that too. So his awareness to find these really good combos at the beginning is on point. But Tolker, I mean, sometimes all you need is just a really fat chain block there, and then that'll do the work for you. 20 seconds. Very nice kill by Tolker.
Ginormal chains are going to do it, maybe in slightly longer time than weaving in combos, but it's still better than being short. Okay. Conch going into combo mode a bit early. I mean, it can work on lower difficulties. Some extra ammo. I don't think Dog is going to take care of the left pillar, so that's fine. Tolker going for another ginormal chain that Dog doesn't have a convenient clear for. So actually, slight catch-up.
Yeah, pretty similar stages there. Conch very fortunate that there were 2 pillars there, but I think his follow-up was sufficient enough to maybe even allow for a little bit of downstacking. But he's playing pretty well for the most part. That was just his first little bit of a shaky match. But look, he's already throwing these chains in wildly there. Almost could have threw in another 5 combo there at the end.
2 more line. Okay, just in time.
Beautiful. That last little follow-up there. Gonna get a very nice 14-second kill. You don't see those too often on normal.
This is taking Tolker a while to find, like, the chain to build off of.
Yeah, unfortunate for Tolker, just getting a whole bunch of 4 combos that aren't going to stack up too well here. As he's going to need to dig a little bit deeper here. Yeah, start to raise your stack. You'd love to see that play here. But still about 3 lines, 2 lines short after this raises up. But because of that, Conch able to already take a lap here early in this race. Conch, very consistent with these sub 20-second times on normal right now.
And if you can't see a chain as it's falling, like Conch has done a few times already, it's fine to pre-set up those things a little bit more so that you know we can at least get to them instead of having to rely on little precise techniques that even I can't nail all the time. If you back yourself in that corner, you can probably find something else.
Oh yeah, it's so easy to do that where you're just like, you think you're in this rush scenario, but you can, sacrifice 1 second extra to set up those attacks, and most of the time it will pay dividends. Pretty much sync boards there. Tolker bouncing back after that little bit of a troll of a stage 4 there.
Convenient attacks on both. Tolker needs to find a way to make up an entire stage somehow. Conch is not going to invoke many opportunities for that at least not on normal mode.
Yeah, normal, once you're down by 1 stage, it is very hard to come back, especially with the beautiful combos and the lag chain there at the end. Lunchfish is going to be completely smothered at the top, but, I mean, Tolker is doing what he needs to do right now.
Kill. Both players seem to be on their game from this point.
Yeah, Tolker just needs to keep that up and hopefully look for some kind of slip in the Conch game plan, but I mean, he has not looked that vulnerable right now. His combos have been super clean, but I mean, that chain's going to cut off pretty quickly there, and maybe a little bit of a miss swap there. He's going to have to try to dig again here. Raphael with a very high stack, though, so this could be very fortunate for Conch.
3 combo lines, exactly what he needs. Okay.
Syncs kills once again.
Right there.
Yeah, Conch had the awareness to get that last little combo there at the end, which was just enough to get the kill on Raphael. So, into our first cave for this match. This being normal mode, Conch only has 3 stages left to go, as we will not be seeing Bowser.
Tolker's cursor, kind of getting lost, trying to find something. Conch again getting a half-J attack, just needs a little bit more combos that are already ready to fall. And a good hook bill.
Yeah, Tolker has just been getting in these patterns, I think, where if his first chain and combo sins weren't really that great, he's found himself with a low amount of panels, and it's been really hard for him to find that second assault, as you see here with Raphael, still not topped off 50 seconds in. Okay. Whew. Good enough there. Those greens were a little bit scary at the end, but because of that, he's down by a lot more now, and Conch...
I don't know if that was an intentional cutoff or not. Okay, got another combo in there just in enough time to quick-ish kill plant. And is 1 stage away from a very decent normal time.
Yeah, Conch looking really, really good too. Maybe some week 1 jitters last week, but he had one of the lower normal times that we saw that almost eclipsed the 8-minute mark. But now he's looking to get a sub 7 here, as he has plenty of leeway to do so. He's just got to find whatever this opening chain's going to be here. Gets 2 very nice combos here at the beginning. Probably mix in a 6 combo there too. Just had to look for whatever his chain follow-up was going to be. Meanwhile, Tolker, very nice kill. Almost a Conch on his
And it should be topped off from here. Okay.
Nice. What a statement from Conch here at the beginning. Sub 7. Beautiful time. He's feeling himself. His team's popping off in the background for him, celebrating that first victory. Feels good to take the first one, be playing good. And with like a pretty good lead for most of the match, too.
Are you sure you don't like normal mode, Conch?
He's gonna change his opinion after seeing such an incredible time there. Not many people have pulled out sub 7s early in this tournament right now. So joining a little bit of an exclusive club.
So there is a slide you can do that catches a panel that is falling and registers it before the other panel falls so that it counts as a chain, but it's difficult. It's not the easiest thing to pull off, even for even for the more advanced players, and he's relying on that technique probably more than one should. Lantern 46, let's see a clean counter for the end of the normal.
Yeah, it's very important. I would always say for your morale, just getting a very nice ending going into your next race. And you can just take this time if you don't want to focus too much since you know the race has been lost. Just try to think how you want to approach the next match, what difficulty you're going to be selecting, and what you can do to improve. Because right now, I mean, Tolker's been playing pretty good. It's just the fact that it's kind of been 50-50 if he's able to get this really good send at the beginning. And I would say the one thing that we need to see more from him is if he does mess up that initial chain, he needs to get that follow-up just a little bit quicker, because we've seen plenty of 20-second kills from him, but we've also seen, I think, 3 or 4 40-second kills, and that's really what did it into him. But, I mean, yeah, with that Kamek there at the end, a lot of chain pressure being sent there. It looked like Tolker was feeling confident finding those chains. Ends up being a 907 there at the end. So good stuff from Tolker. Very first race we got to see from him, and I mean, I'm pretty impressed with what I saw. It's just going to be, you're going to have to step it up if you want to take a win from Conch here.
Yeah, it's a whole bunch of practice that, of looking at things that made me realize, okay, I cut off this chain before I wanted to. Let's immediately recalculate and see what's available next and just go for that because I know I'm short. I don't have to even wait for the garbage to fall to see that I'm short. I'm just going to go ahead and do it. And you will see a correlation between higher seeds and, like, lower recalculation time, if you want to call it that.
It looks like Tolker has picked hard mode to go on for this next round. We may see a little bit of a break. They're having a discussion about cold hands, which you always hate to see, especially in a game for Tetris attack. It'll just ruin you. So
yeah.
we totally understand that.
That happens to me a lot during race nights where I can almost like put myself under sweaters and blankets, but by necessity my hands have to be on the controller, and they are the only things not covered, and depending on what time of day it is and the outside temperature, they can like get extremely icy. We need to get sponsored by some gamer gloves or something.
For sure. Oh, what do you think of this pick, though, Six? I think it's a pretty reasonable pick. I mean, it's going to be a little bit faster speed, so it might be harder to keep up those chains, but a little bit more variance might be favorable for Tolker. I'm not too sure.
You're probably going to have to face this mode anyway. It's a little less volatile than V-Hard. Maybe you're more comfortable with that speed in general, or you're just more used to pre-setting up more stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably something you got to experiment with, because if you struggled that much with normal against Conch, easy's probably not the play, so I think hard is a good call here, and we're off. We're going to see all 10 stages this time, and the gameplay is going to be a little bit faster since we are in hard mode. The blocks are going to be clearing a little bit. The AI is going to be getting a little bit faster as well.
Ooh, Conch had to segment that attack. He's doing a lot of 2 chains with combos. Slowly raising stack is going to get him with all singles.
One swap away from being cleared on 2, but very nice 16-second Lakitu Tolker with that second chain. I mean, that's really
Lakitu's stack.
That's really what I like to see from Tolker there. Just keep that up. And I mean, it's tough to say because obviously he was still lagging behind in that first stage there. But just having those consistent attacks in general might do numbers for you. As Conch did not send, or did he send it up? Yeah, he did. Never mind.
That works because of a high left pillar on Bumpty's side. Tolker up to a 4 chain, also a high left, but Bumpty's able to clear that, so now needs something to follow up.
We'll get a nice 3-chain there with that 5 combo in between that
Now it
left
doesn't have good
pillar.
left side. There we go.
Very smart follow-up. Cut it off at just the right amount there, too, to salvage for a pretty fast 25-second here. Conch going into a big chain himself now. The 5-chain. But some chaining happening from Poochie as well. Being able to downstack, and of course, the blues. Completely lined up there.
Oh, Tolker frame perfectly swapped out of a chain. That sucks when that happens.
But possibly, ooh, back-to-back 6 combos in that chain. Gonna be 1 line short, but maybe the stack raising here, yeah, it will be enough there. So Tolker keeping pace with Conch right now. Hard pick looking pretty good so far.
AI is slow enough still that is going to happen sometimes, but it's still hard speed, so it pins them against the ceiling and gets you the win.
Very good sin there from Conch.
I didn't realize Wiggler didn't have time to even downstack that, so very nice quick kill there. Tolker up to a 7-chain. 8-chain.
Oh, maybe a little bit of overkill, but you know, I always love to see the big chains, so no complaints there for me.
Wiggler isn't pulling this out smartly. Okay. Was he going for the Conch bounty?
Oh, I don't know, maybe. I never take that into account. I know we were talking about it a little bit pregame, but like purposefully setting up for it. That could be a really good strategy. I'm not too sure there. Maybe we'll try to figure that out afterward.
Conch going on to block. Tolker again trying to find the opening onto Frog. Raise stack, get more ammo. This is like 6 more lines. Yeah. Another quick kill from Conch. He's not letting anything, not opening any windows to anyone to make up time here.
Yeah, just playing so consistent right now. Very on par to last week, but arguably even better right now as he's looking to crush his hard time right after he crushed his normal time from last week. He's just having really good combo vision. And look at that. He even slipped in that very tight 4 combo at the end there. He did not have many frames to get that in.
There's a few more attacks here.
Uh-oh. Oh, a little bit of a bummer, as most of this garbage is going to clear. Maybe an opportunity for a chain at the top. It looks like he will be safe, though.
Tolker finally out of that frog after finding scattered attacks. Somebody just gotta reset your brain and say, okay, we're just finding a brand new opening and just going for it right here.
Conch not raising his stack too tall for this send, but it's going to do a decent amount. Insta clear there from Raphael, but he shouldn't have to send too much more. Going to get that combo and chain.
This seems like a nice Tolker attack.
Nice kill by Tolker, and very nice by Conch as well. Raphael trolling a little bit there on his end, getting that 3-chain at the bottom, but luckily did not waste too much time.
Conch entering cave at about 5 minutes again. Always happy when that happens, unless you're Yoshi.
Ooh, look at this attack by Tolker.
That's gonna top off
4, yeah, a 4, 5, and 6 combo back to back there. Unfortunate clear there, but that was super efficient sim by Tolker that had the potential to get like a sub 15-second time. Still gonna clean it up for 20. Very good assault by Tolker.
Initial short attack from Conch goes into a lot of extra combos. Hookbill gets 1 clear, but not anymore.
I mean, with it being hard mode, Tolker still has a chance to come back here, especially if he's able to replicate that attack we just saw in the last round there. Not going to be quite that much, but it looks like good awareness here to send another big chain here. It could be enough to top off that 4 combo still waiting to drop here, so this should be good. Very nice. Good times back to back by Tolker here.
More short attacks from Conch. He is recalculating very quickly, so that's saving these stages from going too long. But it is bleeding just that little bit of time. Maybe not enough based on how many stages are left to matter. He's got to finish at this point.
And I don't know if either one of these players are watching each other's screen, as that is an option throughout the tournament. Sometimes a player who is up by a considerable amount might play a little bit more safe. I haven't noticed too much on Conch's screen, though. It looks like he's just kind of sticking to the game plan, which works for most people. It's like, why fix what's not broken, essentially.
Conch weaving in a lot of combos into that chain. I think that's enough lines, even with... Oh, Kamek down stack just enough. Okay, extra combos after this drops might do it still.
Yes, for sure topped off and not enough shake time to buy Kamek some. Just enough time to find the clear. And unfortunate for Tolker, this is what we mentioned during the last game. It's just like these stages for him kind of pop up every once in a while where he's in the groove, but unfortunately does not get that beginning chain to top off, and these clears just coming back and forth. Hook bill over a minute now as Conch on Bowser looking to maybe slide in a sub 8 here if Bowser's kind enough.
Ooh, nice link into that fourth chain to top off Bowser. Is he going to get to downstacking the left pillar? No, he's too slow.
Alright, GG's to Conch there, clocking in at 7:54 on race spot, which I believe 2 seconds faster than last week for him. So still improving every race here. You love to see it because Conch has got some of his toughest matchups later in this tournament. And the more he can practice and see improvement in that live standing, the better chance he has to maybe making that top 8 at the end of the tournament.
Tolker approaching mid-cave.
Honestly, this has been a really great run by Tolker. It's just been like 1 or 2 stages that have kind of pushed this a little bit higher than Conch's, or else we probably could have saw like the same screen Bowser, and that's not even an exaggeration because we've seen many 20-second sub-20 kills from Tolker here, and it's looking like he's got another good assault here. The 6th chain here, no combo sent besides the one before that chain. But we can maybe see, I think we need one more line and hopefully Kamek doesn't downstack. Oh, unfortunate there.
More combos got to be incoming, or even just making another big chain at this point. I wouldn't fault that at this point. Yeah, there we go. That's going to guarantee he's going to be topped off for a while, and then he's not going to get to another match. Yeah, when he gets lost for quite a while, it seems. Sometimes taking 10, 20 seconds to be able to start up something new. More experience is going to cut down that time a lot.
And yeah, that's what I've noticed with a lot of new players in the scene. I mean, Tetris Attack's just a brutal game, too. It's like, if you are struggling at the beginning. I mean, we're going to talk about that in a second. Can we talk about that sin? Oh my god.
That's
Tolker.
a quick kill, Bowser.
Woo! Can I get a sheesh for that one? That was just beautiful. Those combos coming in so clutch there. Tolker ending on a really good note right now. What a Bowser. GG's to Tolker.
Everyone's gold splits end up being about the same.
I was saying though, like a lot of the new players, you know, it's difficult for them to get a grasp on the game in the first place because, you know, I feel like a lot of people coming into this game, like playing it casually for so many years growing up, you're pretty chain focused and playing on lower levels, and then when you step into speedrunning this game, you know, you got to switch up your game plan a little bit, and the clears might be harder to find, and you have less panels to work with overall. But, I mean, Tolker for his first tournament and his first match so far, he's shown, like, if the opening is there, he can get some really quick times. Like, not only that Bowser kill, there were a couple other rounds in hard mode that were very similar to that opening assault where it was like a 4, a 5, or a 6 combo that just stacks so neatly. So Tolker impressing the hell out of me right now.
This game can be rough, but at the same time, you know, you said exactly what you want to get the quick kill and slam it down. It feels very good. You feel like a real gamer.
And as we can see on the screen here, our third round will be played on V-Hard. I like this pick because Tolker did show that he has the skill to play on hard and get those chain openings. And V-Hard's not going to be too much different from that. It's just the opponents are going to be a little bit more trolly, which could be good for you, could be bad for you. Who knows? I mean, V-Hard, the ultimate equalizer here.
If RNG does its thing, maybe we will see something interesting. Rhyme fully intended.
Conch only one game away from taking the set. Tolker's going to have to win the next 3 back-to-back. I'm looking forward to this one because if Tolker's on his game, I definitely think he can take this V-Hard round. Let's see what kind of luck both of these players get as we go into Lakitu first. Probably, arguably, the biggest troll of V-Hard, maybe outside of Kamek and Bowser. I hate this guy.
Conch has played more of Stage 1 V-Hard than I have probably played Stage 1 of literally all games combined. All of attack gets the Lakitu in 23, not bad.
Yeah, Conch once again going to be starting off the lead. This was really unfortunate for Tolker. Once again, just a little tough to find that opening chain, but that big chain at the end there is going to clean it up for 35 as Lakitu was just one swap away from delaying that out just a little bit longer. Conch taking his time to find this clear, but I think it's going to pay off with a bunch of combos already in the middle. But, oh, he gets the double swap there.
Okay, this should top him off. He's not going to downstack both of the left pillars. Right? Right? Yeah.
And just a whole slew of combo garbage there at the top, too. I've been really impressed with just... Oh, 15-second by Tolker there. Very nice kill. But what I was saying was Conch, I think he's just stepped up his combo game a lot at the beginning of this year, and it's really shown in his gameplay. Being able to put up some really solid qualifier times and performing really well in this match so far, too.
Convenient dog clear. Conch now going into combo mode. Oh, he's only set 2 combos. Gonna need a little bit more, even like a little bit of a chain there. Yeah, I agree with that play. Tolker sent a big garbage block, and it makes up time.
Okay, Tolker in the lead. Yeah, Conch, unfortunately, Poochie on his side, running with a little bit of low stack, so he had to send even more here. All right, Tolker with the lead. Let's see if he can capitalize on this and keep going. I think he was trying to do some panel management there, but unfortunate that a panel while he was raising ended up ruining his clears. But look at this. Good reap afterward. An 8, a 9, a 10.
Yes. Oh.
You know, this may be needed, too. Maybe a calculated assault here. Check that out.
Okay, there goes Wiggler. Okay, now I think he knows about the... So, according to Conch's data, Wiggler has not been crush-killed in the tournament yet, and he has a bounty for the first person that does. Doing that big chain on that stage twice in a row makes me think that he's aware of that and was shooting for it. I respect that play.
Good job keeping up with that too, Six. I just get lost in the chain. I'm like, oh yeah, that is on Wiggler again. So I think you're 100% right in thinking that. Oh, a chain coming out on Froggy's side on Tolker's. A little bit of the down stacking, a little bit of the shake time. Not going to be enough though.
Okay.
20-second kill from Tolker. Keeping it up and keeping this lead.
Conch needs a follow-up again, and it's justified when Frog goes down to the 3rd row and still immediately finds a clear. I think Conch sent enough combos after this, though.
They're
it's
getting
4 and a
delayed
4.
a little bit by his next chain, so this is going to waste a good amount of time, but the Conch gets the Conch kill.
Hey, plus 1 point, worth it.
He'll sacrifice the 15 seconds there to get
Is that
1
additional
point on the
4 chain
spreadsheet.
enough? It was, but Blarg found a clear as well.
Oh, and those blues are going to fall into place on the left there, giving him a little bit more time. Don't go up to second tier. Don't you dare. Don't you...
Fighting. No, the ice cream sandwich.
Oh, I'm sorry. I cursed him. I shouldn't have said that. Hopefully we get the kill there, though. There we go. How could you, Blarg?
Conch segmenting into combos again. Blarg isn't addressing the garbage blocks on top, so maybe this will work.
More clears
Not a
coming in
lot of
from
shake time.
Blarg.
Oh,
Ooh.
that was risky, but it got there.
Luckily, the way Conch was playing that with just the combo spam at the end was good enough to reduce that shake time. Tolker with a very early 9 combo on his side, too.
Couldn't find a way to continue the chain after that, though. Getting a 3 chain there, but can't continue it from there.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Conch is getting a big attack.
Oh, he had enough time to go for the 8, and some chains will... Oh, no, he ruined his chain at the bottom there. So this could be very unfortunate. Oh, but the purples are going to fall into place here. Maybe a little bit of an opening for Tolker, but he's still struggling on Fish, getting him topped off, and Conch is going to close that out in 30 seconds and taking this lead right back.
Okay. Okay, here comes the attack to top off Fish, finally. Oh, but that was a bleed.
Alright, we're getting into the really scary stages for V-Hard now. Raphael, the last opponent that's going to be utilizing this clear as fast as you can kind of strategy, because we're going to see a lot of the later opponents utilize doing chains a lot. So Raphael a little bit trolly here in that fact, and very quick cursor speed at the same time. Let's see if Conch sent enough. Oh, the double second tier, dude. That one pains me.
Tolker just needs more lines, though. Slightly more than that. Another 2 combos. Find quickly.
Yeah, that 5 combo coming out. It's 2 rounds in a row for Tolker. Just unfortunate, has not been able to find that opening, and a little bit of the down stacking now. Second tier going to clear out a lot of the garbage, and Tolker still needs to dig. This 5 chain surely should do a lot of work for him, though.
This is where the mega punish happens.
Oh my god, the combos that Raphael's pulling out right now. Good lord.
It's going to fall on the chains to buy time as well.
Meanwhile, Conch also struggling. Did not send enough at the beginning. The 6 combo at the top going to be cleared by Hookbill. All this is going to clear at the bottom here. How much did Conch send now? As look at this, Hookbill's going to try to build even more chains, and Conch does not have a lot of panels on his side. I mean, the second tier did clear up quite a bit here, and very good awareness to get this chain off now. So very good attack. Tolker finally getting past Raphael.
Drop it. Drop the combos. Perfect.
Give him 2 points.
Intended.
Of course, of course. But because of that, I mean, Tolker did get held up a little bit on Raphael, but since the same happened to Conch on Hookbill, Tolker only 1 stage behind right now, and anything can happen in the cave here. It's not over until Bowser dies.
Okay, Tolker is sending the follow-up attack immediately, so that helps. Trying to top off Hookbill. I think he's got enough time to downstack that left pillar. It was actually enough of a attack.
Conch was like 1 line short on a very quick attack that could have been like a 12 or a 13 second, but the cleanup came in very, very quick for him. 22 second. As oh no, on Tolker's side, taking the death.
That is part of the mega punish that can happen. These late opponents will chain you a lot. And you
And
have to be ready to have clears for them, as well as setting up your own attacks.
And it's so easy to just like not be paying attention to that too, because most of the time the CPUs aren't going to do too much to top you off. But if you're not paying attention and waiting for them to die, because he had Hookbill topped off, just unfortunate, couldn't keep himself alive, and that's going to put him back even more now. And
Conch going Omega safe.
might seal his fate on the race. Look at this. Was that a 12 chain?
It was a 12 chain. Also with like at least 3 other combos weaved in there. Kamika's Hocus Pocusing down a lot of the panels he could use for clearing. Oh, the down stack is going to have convenient reds though.
Those yellows are going to be lined up pretty perfectly here for Kamek to clear him too. I think a lot of stop time in order to get up there. Oh, well, still opts to go for the reds.
Tolker is almost pinned by garbage, and Hookbill is still not topped off. This is the nightmare situation.
Alright, Kamek. Okay, this guy, he's definitely trying to pad the stats right now. Gets another one on the board for V-Hard alone.
Why
What is
not
that, 3
another
total?
one?
Getting some applause in the background for it, too.
This might
Showing
be where
why
Hookbill perishes. Oh no, the shake time.
Okay, wasn't able to
Okay.
get to the greens, though.
Alright, now Conch has so much time to do whatever he wants in this Bowser attack, as long as it is a sufficient amount.
You think he's going for a 4th one here? I mean, it's going to drop at a 5 chain. So we'll see what...
That should top him off at least. Now he's going to find the follow-ups.
Yeah, maybe he had
we'll see
enough
how Bowser
fun.
stacks. Left and right. Oh no, the chains to buy stop time. Okay, he's gonna downstack that.
Okay, he's going to be a little short.
Conch has already sent a lot more combos, so the first time Bowser doesn't have a convenient clear. That's not a convenient clear. Where are you going?
Piranha doing so much down stacking on Tolker's side, and since it was a big chain there, ended
Bye,
up
Bowser.
causing a lot of shake. But Conch will be closing it out. 43 seconds. Gets the win on V-Hard, and he will be taking a 3-0 series win for this. As Tolker moving on past Piranha too. So, I mean, a little bit of fun to be had on both sides there too, because we did mention Tolker also going for that bounty on what was it, stage 4 every time too, Wiggler. Well deserved by Conch.
I'm pretty sure chat confirms that he had to get at least some of those in.
He said this is for Forky one of the times. I definitely was. I was so happy to see the big chains by both of the players today. It warmed my heart. So thanks for putting on a show, guys. But yeah, I mean, overall, like, Conch, very well expected play from him. I was very impressed with just how good his combo game was overall today, and I think he has a good shot when he plays Ty later in the bracket if he keeps that up. And Tolker, for a debut match, I was also extremely impressed. Like, of course, the consistency wasn't there, but man, a lot of people coming into their first tournaments, you never see attacks like that. And to be able to pull off a good chunk of them throughout several difficulties, I think that speaks a lot for Tolker, and we could see him maybe make a splash later on in this pool stage when he plays against, I forget who the other person in that group is. Is it Kainaya, right? That should be a really
correct.
good match
Nice
later.
11 chain, by the way. Oh, no reward. Focus, focus.
Big old thick chain. We gotta wait through all that clear animation. No dropping chain on Kamek's screen. Maybe a kill.
And people that have the ability to do giant chains like that have the ability to top off opponents in just one clean attack like that. The improvement is all about how well can you consistently do that and see that every single time without dropping it. So many of the new players here, like, definitely have that potential. Like, they've shown they can do those giant chains sometimes. Now it's about just refining that.
Yeah, I definitely agree. The new players of today's generation compared to some several years ago, it's like unmatched how good they like debut in tournaments. And I expect some good things from Tolker down the line.
Horizontal.
And a chain lined up there at the bottom too. Clear those yellows out early for us, Bowser? Of course not. I mean, it's still not going to be a touch and clear at the top here, but Tolker's garbage isn't going to be sent just yet. Bowser wastes all the blues. Ooh, the greens unfortunately lined up though.
He's at least going to be threatened for a while. Maybe he has enough time to find the purples, and he does. Aligning the triangle in between the garbage blocks up there, because why not? And he runs out of moves.
Alright, gets a conch himself in this match, so... I mean, we had a lot of combined conches during this match overall, I think. A lot of flashy play. A lot of good stat points for the sheet. I mean, what a great watch to be had here. But yeah, GG's. Conch taking it a 3-0. Will be getting his first win of this pool and his first win in tournament history. So good for Conch to finally get over that hump there. And I'm sure we're going to be seeing him get quite a few more before this tournament ends as well.
Getting one on there feels good.
Oh, for sure. Just getting over that first hump, of course. So Conch, he will be taking that win. We'll go over to the pool in a little bit here to show you guys the updated standings. And as you can see, Conch 1-1 there, sitting right into the middle. So, I mean, it's still very, very early in the tournament. But, I mean, most eyes were to be had on Ty versus Conch later on. I'm going to be very excited to see Kanayo versus Tolker as that happens too. And then Tay versus Ty has yet to be played as well. And I mean, Ty could play spoilers in that match too. The group of Tilt is certainly like overperforming at the beginning of this tournament. And this is gonna be a deadly pool as the weeks progress.
We're going to sort a little bit more of this out soon because I believe Payman Kaneo is coming up.
Yeah.
In the future weeks, we're going to get into those really hot matches between like the current top 3 to see who's going to secure their spot.
Also, shoutouts to Tolker who got a PB on hard mode. I didn't even realize. So congrats to Tolker. I mean, it seemed like he was playing pretty well. So I'm glad to see some improvement for him during that match, and I'll be looking forward to seeing the rest of his matches since this was only his first one of the tournament. So we got 3 more for him later on. But yeah, as Six mentioned, if you guys are watching live with us, we have a couple more matches to show for you. And if you like this Pool 2 action, well, we got another one back-to-back for you. It's going to be number 2 seeded Tayman versus 15 Kanayo. Certainly, this one looks a little bit lopsided on paper, but Kanayo's been one of the players who has been racing in race nights on Fridays with us, slowly but surely improving. And, you know, I never count anyone out on the upset here, so this will be a good one to look forward to. I mean, Six, any thoughts on that match and thoughts overall on the match that we just watched?
The next match should be in Tayman's hands unless some mega tilt happens. In the current match, I'm just glad that Conch found his footing to getting a win and a few crushes along the way. That's the most satisfying thing I wish against all of my enemies in life is that giant blue blocks fall on top of them.
Oh boy. Well, if you guys are watching live with us on Twitch, stick around and we'll be bringing you that Tayman versus Kanayo action. If you're watching us on YouTube, that will be it for this broadcast. So thanks to Six for being co-commentator. Thanks for Cards for being the restreamer for this match. I've been BB Forky, and until next time, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you soon.
GG.